Hello shrimpers, welcome. As you can see, there's a space in my rack, and this tank used to be in there. It's my crystal red tank, and I think they need an upgrade, so we bought a new tank. It's over here. It's the same tank as the other one that's still in the rack, the top one. It's a 40 plus something aquarium, and today I'm gonna add some plastic to the back of the aquarium, give it a bit a faded look. This is the see-through white milky. You can also get this stuff in black. I just pick up this stuff at the hardware store. It's for blinding the windows. This one perfectly lines up, but if it doesn't, you will cut it like this. So there's a nice line here to give it a straight cut. Now, talking about cutting, cut off this piece already to size. Add a little bit of overlap on this side and on that side. If you're going to cut this stuff, don't use the scissors like this. You will mess up. Get yourself a proper scissors. Cut it as straight as possible. It's not for this one because we will cut off the axis, but it's for the next one you will use on the roll. So I'm gonna set you up here, guys. I'm gonna turn the viewer so I can see what I'm doing as well. So I made sure I cleaned the aquarium first, just with water. Don't use soap. Just clean it out with water. Make sure it's nice and clean, because you won't be able to clean this surface once the plastic is on. It's quite obvious, but just wanted to say that. So as you can see, it fits nicely. Didn't have to cut the sides because it was the same size. So this is the tricky part. We're using a flat surface to make the adhesive, the glue, stick properly to get the air out. So it's a bit tricky because once you get the back side of the plastic off, you're committed, and if it's on like that, you cannot do any, well, you can do, but once you start pulling it off again, you will stretch the plastic and you will really have a hard time getting it on there. So take a bit of time here. Make sure you're relaxed as much as possible while you're doing stuff like this. Doesn't help to have a camera on your face though, I have to say, but let's give it a shot. Let's see if I'm worth what I'm saying. Alright, here's the tricky bit. You want to line each side before it's sticked on there. I'm putting my arm on here so it doesn't move now. I'm going to pull away this bit. I'm going to make sure first I'm in the general position I want to be in. So I have a bit of overlap on the underside and the top side. I'll get rid of that once the plastic is stuck to all the sides. So I will first make sure this corner is connected. So basically it's held in place now. So I'll work my way down. Oh, be careful not to stretch it. Maybe I should have given myself a bit more space here by making this a bit bigger. But I think I'm good. So really carefully start pulling down the plastic, the cover. And you don't want to press down on it quite yet, because you want to get this flat surface thing. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as the surface is flat and clean. And then you want to move it one way, because we're working out the air bubbles. It's very important, it makes a nicer finish in the end. Just the air bubbles. See, I have one here. Work that out before you stick it all on, because you will have a hard time working that air out once everything is covered. You have to give yourself a direction to let the air escape. I hope it all makes sense to you, what I'm saying. To me it's totally logic. Okay, work your way down. Make sure you're doing all sides together. Don't do this side, because you will work yourself in a corner. There's some air here. You can hear it as well. You can let this go for a bit, because once this is on, like this, it's alright. See that I'm a bit off center here, millifraction, but that doesn't matter, because you won't see this part. You're only seeing the part that is as thick as the glass. So take a bit of time here. Don't press too hard, because you can break the plastic as well. But take a little bit of time doing this first corner. It will give you the room to do the whole thing. Okay, now I went from this corner to this corner. I'm still in a nice diagonal line. So now I'm easily pulling back again, and I'm gonna push out the air. I'm going to take my time, because it's better to take it easy and have a good result in the end than to just think, yeah, I'll slap it on there and I can do this, and just see what's happening. See, now I'm working this way. I can work this side this way. Once half the plastic is on, I will work it that way, and I will work this way, because that's the fastest exit for for air bubbles that I missed. I work this corner first again, and then I will pull. Very easy. I'm going to give myself a bit more view on the situation, so I'm going to stand on this side. I'm standing in the light, George. Yeah. There's some air here. There's a little air pocket. Let's see if it works out. Yeah, there's a little air pocket there. Okay. Gonna do the rest. Work my way down evenly. Whoa. Now I made a crease in it. Now I worked it out, no problemo. So, work it this way, work it that way. Can you hear the bubbles? That's the air. Crackling. Good thing. That's pockets of air I don't want in there. So, as I said before, work the corners and the sides for the shortest distance so the bubbles can escape. Okay, I think I'm done. I have a little bubble here. I'll just work that out. Then again, be careful not to push too hard because you can break this stuff. There's a little air pocket here. So, I'll give a bit of close-ups as well. Let me turn my viewfinder so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So, it's on there now. It's not perfect. A little air pocket here. But I think it's good enough for my standard. As you can see, there's some excess still here. These sides are clean. This is clean side, you see. Nice and clean. And I have some excess here. Yeah. Now, for this excess plastic, I will use a box cutter Stanley knife. I'll put you down again. Turn the viewfinder for me so I can see that you are seeing what I'm seeing. Maybe I didn't notice, maybe I didn't tell you this before, but I put a cloth on the table because it's a new glass and I don't want to scratch anything. So be careful with these new aquariums because they can break, they can scratch, and that will really piss off your day. So when you're using box cutters, if you're not an adult or not capable or you don't know how, ask somebody or your parents or whatever. Just like to say that because these things are dangerous. It's sharp knife. So box cutters and aquariums, Stanley knives, you have to be really careful not damaging the sealant, but in this case I won't come near it because I will just show you this side. I'll make a cut starting in the middle. I won't start here. Well, not in the middle, I'll start a bit off this side and I will be working the knife slowly and at an angle of, let's say, 45 degrees, and I will cut it away from me. Oh, don't stick it on there, might not get it off. So that's this little bit cut. So now I can follow the glass at an angle. Turn the knife right side, George, otherwise you won't cut nothing. Okay, I'll have to make this little bit incision first. I'll work the knife downwards. Now I'm in Now we'll follow the contour of the glass all the way to the end, and that's that bit off. I'll do the same on the other side. So I'm starting at, not at the corner, just a little bit off, getting rid of this part first. Gone. Then work the knife down and at an angle of 45 degrees, work it all the way down, and that's this side gone. So I'll show you what we did. Turn the viewfinder for myself again. Okay, we have a nice clean cut here because that was the cut that came out of the factory on the plastic, and this is my new cut. Let's just put the camera down here again. Get rid of these plastics. Oh, turn around the aquarium. And maybe you can... Oh, that was a little accident. Caught the camera in time, guys. Did you see that? Right, as you can see now, it has a milky background. So I'll just set this up here. I'll drop in the aquarium. I'll take the camera up to give you a little view. So I will have two exact the same aquariums. Let me zoom out a bit. Still getting used to this new camera. And I also have a